Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to our English class. Today we are going to study lesson number 5 of English textbook, that is Training Patchy. What is the name of lesson? Training Patchy. So my dear children, every one of you open your English textbook page number 30. Okay. So now in your English textbook, you can see this picture. Which picture is it? Yes, the picture is of dog. So what do you think this lesson is about? This lesson is about a dog. Okay. So now we will see what is mentioned in the lesson. Okay. Before that, we will see some words. Okay. Now, as you can see here, I have written on board. Listen and say aloud. Now, what is mentioned here? The W sound like the letter W in win. Okay. Now, here we are going to learn the words with W sound. Okay. But how? Like the letter W in win. Now, what is the sound of W? W. And in which word? Win. Okay. So, we will see these words. W-A-T-C-H, watch. What is it? Watch. W-I-N-G, wing. Next, W-O-L-F, wolf. W-I-N-D-O-W, window. Okay. Now we read this W sound words. Now let us read V sound words. How? The V, the sound of V like in the letter, like the letter V in when. Okay. When. Okay. Now let us read this V-U-L-T-U-R-E, vulture. Now, do you think there is something similar in the W sound and V sound? Yes, both the sound is W, but it is pronounced differently. Okay, I'll tell you, but first we will read these words. V-A-C-A-T-I-O-N, vacation. Next, V-A-S-E, vase. Next, V-I-O-L-I-N, violin. Okay. Now, what is the sound of W? W. And what is the sound of V? V. Okay. Now, whenever we read the words with W sound, we pronounced it as W. Can you see that my mouth is making a round shape? My lips are making a round shape while pronouncing the words with W sound. W. Okay. But whenever I say the words with V sound, okay, that time what happens? The sound is V, means my upper part of teeth touches my lower lip. V. Okay. I don't say V, but I say V. Okay. So, this is the difference between W sound and V sound. Now, as I read these words, you have to listen, you have to pay attention on my lip sync, and you have to repeat the words in the same way I am doing. Okay, my dear children? See, W-A-T-C-H, watch. W-A-T-C-H, watch. W-I-N-G, wing. W-I-N-G, wing. Next, W-O-L-F, wolf. W-O-L-F, wolf. W-I-N-D-O-W, window. W-I-N-D-O-W, window. Now, we read the words with W sound. Now we will read the words with V sound. Okay, and what is the sound of V? The sound of V is V. And while saying that sound, the upper part of the teeth, means upper teeth, touch the lower lip. Okay, V. Pay attention. Okay. Now I will read these words and you have to repeat after me. vulture, vulture, vulture. See, whenever we say V, that time also our teeth touch the lower lip. Okay. So that way only we have to say the words. Okay. vulture, vulture. Next, vacation, vacation, vacation. Okay. Next, vase, 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 vase. Next, violin, violin. What is it? Violin. Now we read these words with V sound. Now understood the difference between the W sound and the V sound words? Okay. Now let us move forwards. So first of all we will discuss about something. Now this lesson is about training Patchy. Now train means to what? To teach something. Okay. And the person or the animal whom we will train, they have to follow our instructions. Right? So training means to teach. Alright. Now my dear children, do you think that whatever our parents, they tell us, we have to follow it? Or whatever the parents are telling us, do we have to listen to everything or all the instructions that they are giving us? Yes. What do you think about it? Yes, my dear children. Whenever our parents tell us something, we have to listen to them. Right? Why do we have to listen? We have to listen to them because whatever they tell us, it is for our good. Okay? It is for our betterment. Understood? And they tell us all the good things. Okay? Now my dear children, what will happen if we don't listen to them? Yes, sometimes what happens? We are misbehaving. Our behavior is not good. Right? That time what they do? They train us or they teach us some good manners. Okay? Or they teach us how to behave politely. Right? So what we have to do? Do we have to listen to them or don't listen to them? We have to listen to them. Alright. And whenever they will teach us something, we have to follow their instructions. Okay. And if we don't listen to them, what will happen? Yes, if we don't listen to them, we will not or we cannot make change in our behavior or we cannot learn good things that they are telling, and people will consider us as a bad person. Right, my dear children? Okay. Now, today we are going to learn a story about a dog. Okay. As it is mentioned in the picture, we are going to study about a dog. Okay. Now, once upon a time, there was a girl named Aditi. What happened? One day, as she was walking on the road, she found a little puppy. Okay. She found a little puppy and its paw was hurt. Now, what do you mean by paw? Paw means foot of an animal. Now, here we have the animal dog. So, the foot of a dog is also known as paw. Okay. So, as Aditi found that little puppy and its foot was hurt, she took him to Dr. Patel. Okay. And Dr. Patel was the doctor of animals. So she took him to Dr. Patel, and as that dog was very playful, okay, so Dr. Patel liked that dog's playful behavior, and he kept him as a pet, okay. Dr. Patel kept the dog as a pet, and Dr. Patel also named that dog as Patchy, okay. What did he name the dog? He named the dog as Patchy. That's what is mentioned in the name of the lesson, Patchy. Now training Patchy, okay. And why did Dr. Patel name the dog as Patchy? Because that puppy was having a dark patch on his eye, okay. Means near his eye it was having a patch. Now you can see in the picture this dog is having a patch, right? So the same way, what happened? Just by identifying that patch, Dr. Patel named the dog as Patchy. Okay, my dear children. So now that puppy was with Dr. Patel, and Aditi was on her way to meet Patchy. Now as she reached Dr. Patel's house, she knocked at the door. Knock means to tap on a hard floor, like we tap here. Can you hear the sound? Yes, that means to knock. Whenever we go to someone's place, we ring the doorbell, or sometimes we just knock. Okay. So the same way Aditi knocked at the door, and Dr. Patel, on seeing Aditi, welcomed her in his house. And as Aditi entered the house, now Patchy was very excited, and he jumped on and started running all around. Okay, what Patchy do? Patchy started running all around the house after seeing Aditi. Now it was very excited. That's the reason he started running all around. Okay. Now Aditi asked Dr. Patel that, Dr. Patel, how do you manage Patchy? She is very naughty, right? Patchy is very naughty. That's why Aditi asks Dr. Patel that, how do you manage Patchy? He is very naughty dog. Now Dr. Patel says that, not very well. I am unable to handle him. He chews on, or he keeps on chewing all the things whatever he sees. Now whatever is there in his sight, means whatever things he sees, he starts on chewing it. Okay. Now chewing means to bite. Okay. Now what Dr. Patel tells Aditi, that sometimes he chews on my newspaper, and today he chew my slippers. Understood? Now Aditi said with a frown. Frown means she was very upset by hearing this. Why? Because that puppy was not behaving well, right? Patchy was not behaving in a good manner. That's why Aditi was upset. Upset means Aditi was upset, and she said with a frown. Frown means to show that you are sad, or to show that you are upset by listening or seeing something. Okay. That's why what Aditi said, that the behavior of Patchy is not at all good. Okay. So Aditi said, means she told Patchy that, Patchy, behave properly. Okay. But Patchy paid no attention to Aditi. And after some time, as Patchy kept on chasing his tail, Aditi was annoyed, and what she said, she shouted on Patchy, and she said that, stop it Patchy, you have to sit. Okay. And that time what happened? Patchy sit down. Why? Because Aditi has said it angrily, right? That's why Patchy came to understand that Aditi is angry on him. That's why he sat down. So now what Aditi told Dr. Patel, that Dr. Uncle, you should teach Patchy to behave in a good manner. Okay. And she also told that I have trained my dog Kiki. Now what was name of Aditi's dog? Its name was Kiki. So how I have trained my dog, the same way you should also train your dog. And what she told, that parents love their children, but they also teach them to behave in a proper way, right? The same way, when we love animals, we should not make them do, means we should not give them all their time and let them do whatever they want, right? We should teach them to behave in a good way. Okay. So Aditi told Dr. Patel that from tomorrow onwards I will train Patchy. Now after that what happened? For 1 week Aditi trained Patchy, and what has she taught him? When she after 1 week, when Dr. Patel noticed it, he said that now I am able to manage Patchy very easily. What are the things that Aditi taught him? Taught Patchy? Yes, she taught him various things like sit. Now whenever Aditi says sit, that time Patchy will sit down. Okay, means he will sit still. He will not move from one place to another. Okay. Now second thing, heel. Now what are the things I told? Sit. Sit means to sit still. Then heel, H-E-E-L, heel. Now what do you mean by heel? Heel means whenever someone will say, or his master will say heel, that time Patchy has to walk just behind his master. Okay. And third thing is paw, P-A-W, paw. Now whenever they will say paw, that time what Patchy has to do? Patchy has to sit down and he has to lift up his right paw for a handshake. Okay. You might have seen different kinds of animals. They means cat, dog, right? They lift up their right paw for a handshake. The same way Aditi has trained Patchy. Okay, my dear children. So this was how Aditi trained Patchy and helped Dr. Patel. Okay. What Aditi told? That Dr. Uncle, remember that whenever we love someone, that doesn't mean we have to leave them on their own. Means we should not let them do whatever they want. We should train them, right? The same way our parents also love us, right? And what they do? They train us or they teach us some good manners, some good behavior, right? So what we have to do? We have to follow that. Or if we will not follow, then what will happen? Everybody will consider us as a naughty child. So do you want that to happen? No. So what you have to do? You have to always listen to your parents. Whatever they will teach you, you have to follow them. And not only your parents, your grandparents, your elders, your teachers, whatever all will tell you, you have to listen to it carefully. You have to obey them and you have to follow whatever instructions they will give, or whatever good behavior or good manners they will teach you. You have to follow that. Okay, my dear children. So this was about training Patchy. Okay. Now what are the key vocabulary words that we saw today? Paw. I told you the meaning of paw, means a foot of animal. Next, patch. We saw patch, right? We saw how Patchy was having a patch, means it is of different color. Okay. Next, knocked. Knocked means to tap on the hard floor. Next was chewing up. Chewing up means what? To bite something. Then frown means to show that you are sad or upset. Okay. Next, paid no attention. Paid no attention means to refuse to show someone that you are listening to him. Means to give no response, in short. Next is chasing. Chasing means to run behind something. Okay, my dear children. So these are the key vocabulary words that we saw today. Okay. Now my dear children, I will ask you some questions based on the story. And you have to answer that. Okay. What was the name of the dog? Yes. The name of the dog was Patchy. And who had named the dog as Patchy? Yes, Dr. Patel has named him. Okay. Now, who trained Patchy to behave in a good manner? Aditi. Aditi trained Patchy. Okay. Now, I'll ask you some more questions. What did Patchy do when Aditi saw him for the first time? You have to answer that. Okay. What did Patchy do? It was very excited and it started running all over the room. Okay. Now, what did Patchy do to Dr. Patel's slippers? What did Patchy do to Dr. Patel's slippers? It chewed it. Okay. Patchy started chewing the slippers of Dr. Patel. Next, how long did Aditi take to train Patchy? Yes, how many days? She took a week, means 7 days. Okay, my dear children. Alright, so I hope that you have understood today's session. What have we seen in today's session? We have seen some words with W sound, some words with V sound, and then we have also seen the key vocabulary and the story training Patchy. I hope you have understood today's story. If you have any problem and any query related to today's story, you can contact me. Okay? Thank you so much.